Yeah, so our story is very interesting. So we only launched this product about a few months back, uh, but
Yeah,
but ever since we started, it's been almost 60% month over month growth.
you guys could get clients like immediately. Why they could sign up quickly?
There's a lot of companies which raise a lot of money and they don't have a good product, or they don't know how to sell the product yet, but they're able to raise a lot of money and they hire a lot of salespeople, right? So that's one problem to have.
Okay. Now, Rob, thank you so much for attending this interview today. Yay! Yeah, we met maybe 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago at
Yeah.
the conference. And then you are a winner of the pitch contest. Ooh.
Yes.
Amazing. So, could you please tell us about yourself, your name, and what do you do in Los Angeles?
Sure, sure. I'll give you a little bit quick story about myself. So I am actually an immigrant from New Delhi. So my name is Gaurav. I'm the CEO and co-founder of a startup called Jeeva, and it's Jeeva.ai. And I come from New Delhi originally. I grew up in a very humble family. We grew up poor. My dad unfortunately died of cancer, and I was just 2 years old. My mother's blue collar parent. She washed utensils door to door, and she doesn't even speak good English. But growing up, I was very passionate about coding. So I started coding when I was 10 years old, built my first video game at 12. And then I was very passionate about machine learning and AI because at that time, machine learning and artificial intelligence was just starting to get mainstream and exciting, from research projects to software engineers starting to build applications on it. So me and my co-founder, we had met in high school and we started our first company right after high school, and we built like a patient experience application. So imagine for doctors and hospitals to understand their patient sentiment. So we did a lot of natural language processing to help doctors in clinics and small businesses to be able to deliver great patient experience. And we bootstrapped it. We didn't know how to raise money. I actually tried a lot to raise money, but I got rejected almost 168 times. And at that point, we were like, we'll just keep running lean, and we bootstrapped it. And we ran it for several years and had a really good exit. And so the story is that I was meeting some friends in Los Angeles, and I came here. I actually remember I was in Santa Monica and I was sitting in an IHOP the day I arrived. My friends had told me that it's going to be really cold. So when I landed, it had all cleared up. You know how Los Angeles weather is always really nice. So it cleared up and it was beautiful. And I was sitting in an IHOP and just eating pancakes in the morning. And I was looking outside and I was like, oh my God, this place is so beautiful. And I was just like, I'm going to live here now. So I decided to move to Santa Monica about 9 years ago. And this is home for me now. So I've been here ever since. And so that's a little bit about my story. And that's kind of what we're working on. And I'm now on to my second startup, right? As that's kind of what we're doing.
Amazing. I love you explained as if almost like a movie. I can imagine like a young girl eating pancake like next to the window and oh beautiful weather. Oh maybe I can stay in here like longer and then now it's the ninth year. Amazing.
Exactly right. Yeah, it's nothing short of a movie, this story. But when I was meeting you and we were talking about how you're coming from Tokyo, that was like a movie too, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. For me, so sorry, my personal story. So I was staying in Los Angeles in 2 weeks in
Uh,
July, and
okay.
then right before landing, like in the airplane, I
Mm.
watched a Barbie movie,
Nice. Yeah. Sure.
and it's like Los Angeles, right? The location is.
Sure.
So that's why when I arrived at the Los Angeles, my motto is a super Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Yeah.
Hi, Barbie. And people are nice actually.
Yeah.
So
Totally. Totally.
yeah.
So when I came, I think the movie, which is very not like Barbie, but similar, was
Mm.
La La Land. Have you seen La La Land?
I
Yeah.
love that.
Uh,
Ooh.
so I thought that that's how Los Angeles is. Everyone just
Mm.
dancing and singing. Obviously not
Mm.
like that always, but I do feel there's like a very Hollywood movie
Mm,
vibe to the city, right? Which makes it very fun.
yeah. Yeah. And then in the movie, like horrible traffic jam. Do you remember?
Yeah.
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 But I didn't see terrible traffic jam. New York is the worst.
Sure, New York is really bad.
Mm,
Yeah, LA gets really
yeah.
bad too. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a joke. We have a joke in Los Angeles that going from anywhere to anywhere always takes
Mm,
45 minutes because like
mm,
even if you're very far away, you can reach there in
mm,
45 minutes, and if you're very
mm.
close, it still takes 45 minutes. Like this, that's like the minimum time it takes to go from point A to point B, no matter where you're going. So if you're far
Mm,
away, then you probably get on the freeway. You can get to 45 minutes. If you're just like getting out of Santa Monica to Venice, like it's very close, but it takes like 45 minutes. Like sometimes I go and watch Laker games. LA Lakers is a popular basketball team here. LeBron James plays for Lakers, and then even going to the Laker games sometimes can take like an hour, hour and a half, and it's
mm.
crazy. The
I
traffic is
see.
bad. Yeah, I think San Francisco is can also get pretty bad. So
Um,
I think you're probably used to it now.
I see. Yeah. Okay. So I have a big question.
Sure.
So you made a first startup and then
Mhm.
you could successfully exit.
Sure. Yeah.
Other than you had same co-founder or different co-founder.
Same co-founder.
Oh, nice team. Good, good. From high school.
From high school. Yeah, like one of the things I've really enjoyed in my startup life is to work with the people I know. And that's been a very good experience so far. And I really try to
Mm,
keep, like, even in my second, like in our company, we've tried to get people who we have worked with for many years back to work with us. That's super fun because you get to know each other. Obviously, there's a lot of fun in working with new people. That's there's an excitement, right? Because you're like, it's like a
mm,
new relationship always whenever you're working with someone new. It's like dating almost, I feel, right? Like, but I feel there's something special in like working with people you worked for many many years, because there's
mm,
like almost like no, what do you say, like there's no need to have like you can be very direct with each other, right? Like you don't have to have that layer of like niceness to each other. Like, you don't have
yeah.
to, like be polite or something. You could just be real
Mm,
and honest, and I think that's also
mm,
super fun. So I really enjoy working with people that I worked with for many years, and I always try to
mm,
call back anytime I start a new project. I'm always emailing everybody I worked with that I loved and trying to see if they want to come back again. A lot of people say no, right? They're like tired, they don't want to do startups,
mm.
but a lot of people really enjoy that too.
I see. Yeah, it's important because we can be honest and we can do natural to
Yeah,
communicate with your team. It's
yeah,
great. And then, so I'm so curious. After you guys successful acquisition, yay! And then,
yeah.
how did you feel? Like, oh, I don't want to work immediately, or I want to travel, or how did you change to your mindset to go make next the second startup?
Sure. Yeah. Like a lot of people say that they really enjoy working, and I feel like I don't enjoy working that much.
Really?
Yeah, to be honest, I would rather like not work so hard. I feel like I enjoy I enjoy the outcome more than the hard work. I'm just, that's just my personality. Like I feel excited when, for example, like a lot of people work really hard on coding, and then that's very rewarding for them. A lot of people love working on sales and they love working on a deal. That's very rewarding for them, right? For me, the closing of the deal is much more rewarding, or launching a new product is much more rewarding. So I love like good outcomes because I feel like that energizes me more personally. So when we had that success, I was very happy. I was very content. I was actually like, oh, great. Now I'm not never going to work in a startup again. And I just got bored, like I tried a few different things, and then it got very boring. So I was like, oh, it might be really interesting to start something new and exciting, just for the challenge of it. But yeah, I feel like if we grow this to be a really big company, I would rather like not work. That's why I work on an AI company to automate a lot of the work so that I don't have to work that hard. I feel like I'm very lazy.
No, no. Okay, I have a question.
Yeah,
Before you guys start your current company, how
sure.
did you come up with this idea? For
Yeah.
example, technology first, or you guys found some social program.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Totally. So we have a very interesting story about this product too. We actually had a different idea that we were working on for many years. So because we specialized in natural language processing, we were taking a lot of data for our doctors. We decided that there's an opportunity to take a lot of data from companies and use it to help them predict and create almost like an early warning system and a dashboard for predicting churn and upsells and cross sells. So mostly around customer health. So that product wasn't doing really well. We had some initial traction, but we couldn't find good product market fit. So we were in this situation, Kauri, that where we had no money left. We had to literally fire a lot of our sales team and marketing team, and we were about to close doors. And that's when my co-founder came to me. We both have a background in AI and ML, and that's when this agent idea was getting popular. So there was a paper that Microsoft had written, which was called AutoGPT, which was talking about, hey, can AI be a reasoning agent? Me and a couple of our engineers were working on chaining tasks and doing a lot of work on open source repositories that became popular. And that's when we decided that how can we use this to create like an AI sales rep that can also actually do sales for us and create leads, do enrichment, reach out to prospects, book meetings for us, because we were very desperate. We literally launched this in 2 weeks and we got like 10, 20 meetings and we got a couple of customers out of it. And at that point we were like, man, there's something here. Maybe what we're building can be very useful for other companies, especially for small businesses and medium-sized businesses. Like imagine companies don't have that much capital to hire hundreds of people. Can they do so much more with less, right? And that's where we got very excited by the idea. So what we're building for our company, Kauri, is we're building AI employees. And the goal for this is to automate a lot of the manual, repetitive, boring, labor-intensive tasks that humans can do, but they don't have to necessarily do. That's like a little bit boring for them, right? So we believe that anything that doesn't require deep human connection, like us connecting right now, you sharing your stories from Tokyo and me talking about this company, we don't think AI is good at that. But manual, repetitive, labor intensive work can be done better, faster, cheaper with AI. And this way, a lot of the boring tasks AI can do so that people can focus on what they really enjoy doing, right? Could be for sales, could be closing deals is much more fun than chasing an opportunity or trying to find someone's email, right? So we feel AI can do that and sales reps can focus on closing deals. So that's been like our thesis, almost like a pivot. So we were doing something else, wasn't working. We were about to die. We were like, let's try this new thing. And all of a sudden it just took off. Yeah.
How many clients are using your product?
Yeah, so our story is very interesting. So we only launched this product about a few months back, but
Yeah.
but ever since we started, it's been almost 60% month over month growth. We're about to hit 500 customers. We already have about 6,000 plus users, paid users actively using our software. Everyone from like really small businesses all the way to mid-size and enterprise companies use us too. So we've grown really fast, but it's still small. It's still early days, but we really hope to build a category defining product here.
Amazing. So my previous company is
Yeah.
American tiny startup. And then
Sure.
our clients are restaurant industry. And
Yeah.
then the reason why we couldn't get revenue, even though we got fund from Y Combinator, but
Yeah.
we couldn't success
Mm.
because clients onboarding, they spent tons of time, like a few months or a year. That's
Yeah.
why we couldn't get revenue. But your company,
Yeah.
you guys could get clients immediately. Why they could sign up quickly?
Yeah, true. They could sign up quickly, and then the value proposition is very exciting. Because if you imagine if you're a small business and I go to you, or if you're a company and I say, hey, can we bring you more meetings and more deals? A lot of times the companies have the opposite problem. There's a lot of companies which raise a lot of money and they don't have a good product, or they don't know how to sell the product yet, but they're able to raise a lot of money and they hire a lot of salespeople, right? So that's one problem to have. But if you think about it, that's a very small amount of companies. The majority of the companies are in the boat where they don't have a very widely successful product. Like they don't have like a word of mouth where 100 everyone's talking about this product. Not every product can be like WhatsApp or Instagram, right? That everyone talks about it and that's how it spreads. Majority of the products, especially in the B2B environment, is built in a way where there's a couple of people, founders, and maybe a head of sales who are really good at selling. They can close as many deals as possible. They just don't have as many opportunities to close, right? So they're super busy because it's a small team. They're servicing customers. They are managing bottom funnel, closing of the deal, plus trying to chase opportunities. So if we can give them with AI, if we can give them some more deal flow and some more opportunities, some more leads, there's a really good chance they'll close a bunch of deals. So the value proposition is so exciting, right? If we can just come in and say, can we give you 5 or 10 more leads so you can close more deals? Nobody can say no, right? Like, why wouldn't they try this? So I think that makes it a very easy like sales process for us.
I see, amazing. And then, so far, your clients are in the States.
That's correct. Yeah, a lot of our customers in the United States. We actually closed our first customer in Europe today. So yeah, we closed our first deal in Europe today. Just thought I'll let you know. Yeah, it's super nice. One of our goals was to we have this like big chart of goals like behind our, every day we obviously have a revenue goal. We have like tons of other goals, but one of our goals was to have like US and Europe, and eventually in every continent by next year. But we closed our first deal in England today, or United Kingdom, so we're very excited for that.
Amazing. Cool. So, tell us about your like goal in end of year.
Yeah, sure. Great question again. So for end of year, basically what we want to do is we have like 5 different goals. There's a revenue goal which I'm not going to share. We're trying to keep it confidential, but we have like a few different goals, right? One big one for us is we truly want to believe and build a product that everyone loves. So we're very excited, focused on building a product that people can say, like, like one of the quotes Steve Jobs has is, every time Japanese products talk about marketing, they never mention quality because it's already given. Like when you think about a Japanese product, you think about it's going to be very high quality. They don't have to ever say that we have the best products because everyone who uses Japanese products knows the quality is going to be really high, right? So they don't have to ever market that way. We want to believe it like that too. We want to build a product and a company that is, the product is so good, like a katana sword almost, right? Like it's so good, it's so beautiful, and it works all the time, that every time we market, we never have to say it's the best product or it's high quality product because people already understand and they know this. So that's a really big goal for us. Growth is very important for us, right? So as much as I want to say we're very product focused, as a startup to survive, we have to grow very fast. We have to grow rapidly, capture a big market. So we have a goal to reach about 1,000 customers by the end of the year, and hopefully we can. That's a big goal for us. And there's a revenue goal associated with it too, but also making sure that customers love us and they really like our products and services. There's a few other goals. US and Europe is a big goal for us. So we wanted to make sure that we have customers in US and also in Europe. And we got our first deal in Europe again. So we want to expand and get more deals in Europe because it's a big market and we want to go after it. There's a few team goals. Like we are trying to expand and grow our team. So we want to make sure that we can, keep the culture and keep growing and hire people who are high intensity, who work with fast velocity, who have a great ownership, like a founder like mindset. Those are some of the key skill sets that we look for, or values that we look for. That's a big one. And then finally, we want to, we haven't publicly launched yet. It's been very quiet for us. Like we're not out there. We're not trying to market. We spend $0 on marketing, but we do want to do a public launch by the end of the year. So we have a goal that maybe Forbes or Fortune or some big magazine can cover us, and we want to share with the world how we are thinking about autonomous workers and AI workers that can actually help you automate a lot of the things you do in the world, right? So I think that those are like our 5-6 goals that we have. Sorry, I fumble through a few, like they may not be exact, but that's kind of what we're working towards.
Amazing. So, as a startup, first grow is so important, and then you mentioned. So,
Yeah,
as a busy founder, how do you manage your life and work balance?
sure.
Or many founders tend to be burned out. Oh, so
Mm.
tell us about your tips. How do you manage?
Yeah, totally. I think work-life balance is so important. I'm a bigger believer of work-life integration, like understanding like how work and life comes together. So I'm a big believer of that. When I was growing up, my mother would work and she would always take me to her work. And so which was really fun. So we have a policy at our office where you can bring your kids to work, they can hang out, they can see what everyone's working on, which was very nice because I feel like this way we're always like interacting with our coworkers and their kids and their pets and stuff like that. I think it's very important to have like I almost feel like a blended work environment works better. Like work at your time. Some people work early morning, some people work late. We just want to have some discipline. Like we don't want it to be that you can do whatever you want, but have like a flexibility is very important, right? Like so I think that's something that we really focus on, and that's very important. But for myself, I feel like I have a lot of things that enjoy doing. Like I love going, sometimes like I just love going to a bar and having a drink, and like meeting new people is really fun. Like the other day we all went out to dinner, that was really nice. So I really try to keep out like some time to do like stuff that I would do if I wasn't doing a startup, right? Like so everything that I would do, hang out with friends, go watch basketball games or watch sports or go play soccer or like go watch the Olympics or go hang out with friends and have a drink once in a while. I think I love doing that because that gives me like more enjoyment and fulfillment right beside outside of work too, because I feel like work is so tough and hard, especially for
Yeah.
startups and small businesses, that it's an all consuming thing. But you don't want to be in it and all consumed by it, right? Like it's part of your life and you should enjoy it. You should see it like a job, right? Like that's how I see it too. I have a job. My job is to build a massive company and build it to a big company, but that's a job, right? It's a job at the end of the day. So that's how I see it.
I see. And then, do you take good enough sleep time?
Oh yeah, I'm not a good sleeper, and I don't think it's because of
Oh,
work. I feel like I'm not a good sleeper because I love watching like YouTube shorts or Instagram stories at night. I feel like
really?
yeah, I'm literally like on my phone for a long time, which is not great. Sometimes I'm answering emails at night, then I keep answering emails, but sometimes I'm just like watching something on Netflix or YouTube, and I love like that's why I don't think it's because of work. I feel like I'm just not disciplined enough. I wish I had the courage to say, okay, no more. I'm gonna put my phone down, go to bed. I feel like I just like I lie in bed and keep scrolling for a long time. I think that's an addiction. I have a problem.
I see. Yeah, this topic is which really super interesting because kind of connected to like loneliness or I don't know distraction. So next time I would love to discuss about this topic with you.
Sure. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
definitely.
many people have like the same problem.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, next question. Yeah, the reason why I invite you to let's go to dinner with together
Yeah.
after the event because okay, so when like a pitch contest, only you told to judge.
Mhm.
Hey, I like your beer. Do you remember? You complimented Arjun's beer. Do you remember?
I remember that. I remember that. That was so
Yeah,
super fun, right? he
so
had,
fun.
you
And then
know, he has a really nice beard, right? Like he has. So I was just,
thanks to your word, like atmosphere changed nicely. So, oh my gosh, he is amazing. Who is he? So that's why I couldn't stop asking you. And
yeah,
then, so you were special, like a human.
yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
I totally agree. Like one of the things I did before I came to the meeting was I was researching everyone. So I was like looking at their profiles and their bios, and everybody was so impressive, right? On the panel, from what you remember, everyone was like a research scientist, AI specialist, CEO, right? All these different things that they had done. So it was very nice to meet them, obviously. But one of the things I remembered from the picture that uh, like that he had, that judge had, he had a picture of a clean shaved picture before on LinkedIn, and then his when I saw his beard, I was like, oh wow, this beard, like he looks really nice in a beard. That's why I complimented him. But if you see his LinkedIn now, he actually changed it. Now he has a picture with a beard on. So he changed it. He went back and changed his photo because he really liked it, which is I think it was a smart move because he had a good beard.
Yeah. Anyway, how did you get your amazing communication skill? from nature or nurture?
Ooh, that's
Gaurav?
a great question. Yeah, I would say like nurture for me because growing up, I didn't even speak English for many years. And one of the things that I had a friend we had a mentor growing up, and he always talked about. We would always ask him, and me and my brother grew up very poor, so we had this person who was rich in our family, and so kind of like a distant cousin, and so we would always ask him like, hey, how should we make money? We want to be rich, and he wasn't that rich, but like when we were younger, we were like, oh, this guy has so much money. So we would always ask him like, hey, what did you do? And he had a really interesting worldview of things. But he said that in life, to be successful right now, you should only learn two things. You should learn how to sell, and you should learn how to code. And that I really thought of that as, and I try to imbibe it because coding comes more naturally to me. So I'm a software engineer by trade, but I feel like I had to really work on communication, like listening to people, empathy, reflective listening, just like being good, being able to communicate concisely and clearly. It was definitely hard for me, so I had to work on it a lot, but I think with practice it comes. So that's been my journey. I don't think growing up I was a very introverted kid, and I would love to just read books or just code, but I feel like I enjoyed this so much more, meeting new people, and that's something I really enjoy doing.
I see. Kind of thanks to maybe first immigrant experience,
Yeah.
and also since you were young, you already have founder's mindset. That's why
Right.
you naturally you are practicing communicate with people.
Absolutely. That's exactly right.
Amazing.
That's exactly right.
Thank
Have a
you.
mindset is so important to have. 100%.
Mm, yeah, I see. I love that. Good. Okay, next question. Last two questions.
Sure.
Tell
Great.
us about your passion besides your work.
Totally. So I love doing a lot of different things. One of the things that I really enjoy, I'll give you two passions that I'm very excited about. One is I have a couple of dogs. So I have two dogs, and
Really?
so
Oh.
I really enjoy spending time with them. So one of my favorite things to do is take them on a hike. So I have a really nice hiking trail close to my house. So that's we always go on a morning hike or sometimes an evening hike, and that's super
Mm.
fun. And I feel like I really enjoy just being outside in nature, just walking. Right, that's one thing I really enjoy. The other thing I really enjoy is like I love reading or listening or meeting like exciting people. Right, it could be like it doesn't have to be famous people, but sometimes I read biographies from like people who were like Andrew Carnegie, right, or like Albert Einstein. That's super fun. But then also I really enjoy like meeting new people who are doing interesting innovative things or just exciting things. Or like it was awesome meeting you because you have the crazy journey. I was talking about you're from Tokyo, but no one really knew that you literally flew from Tokyo to San Francisco that day and you came to that event. Right.
Yes.
So I think that's super nice, and so I love like talking to people, hearing about their stories. What do they work on? What have they done in the past? I think that I really enjoy that. I think I don't know if that's a hobby or not, but I think I really, if I'm not working, I'm spending time like learning about others.
I see. Speaking of dog, my mother's dog is the one to see you. So wait a second.
Sure.
Oh no, he is shy. Sorry. Yeah, my mother has a toy poodle, black toy
Oh,
poodle. Yeah, looks like almost a monkey.
oh.
Yeah. So, what kind of dogs, two puppies do you have?
Sure. So I have two dogs. I have a blind husky. So he's like he's a
Husky.
rescue. Yeah, he's a husky and he's blind, so he can't see.
Ah, really?
Yeah, he's really special guy. So he was a rescue dog from Mexico, and then I have another rescue who's a mix. I think she's a German Shepherd mix, I would say. Like, but she's a mutt, so she's we don't know what she is exactly. But her so I have two dogs. Yeah. What is your puppy's name? What is your dog's name, Kaori?
Uh, yeah, my mom's dog name is Kai. I
Kai.
think, yeah, Kai, I don't know what mean. Maybe kanji. So Japanese has kanji. And
Yeah.
then ocean. Ocean is like we said umi or kai. So maybe his meaning is ocean.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah. How about your puppy's naming?
Sure. So I have my older one, the blind husky. His name is Cheeto, like Cheetos. Have you had Cheeto?
Chio?
Yeah, Cheeto, like Cheeto, Cheeto,
Chio.
like that. Have you had Cheetos here in the U.S.? Did you had Cheetos? It's like
Ah,
a
Chio. Mexican snack?
yeah, it's a snack. Yeah,
I
like
love it. Oh,
yeah, that's his name.
good.
And then the other one, her name is called DC. DC. It's
Mm.
actually short for Dogecoin. So it's like a cryptocurrency called Dogecoin. I kept it. Yeah, yeah. So it's DC.
Oh, I see. Yeah, next time I would love to join your hiking with your two puppies.
Yeah, sure. That would be so
Yay.
cool. Yeah, when you're here in LA, you should come.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, last question, Gaurav.
Hmm.
Tell us about your dream in 5 years and 10 years for
Sure.
your private and your career.
Great. Yeah. Oh, really good. One of the things I really think about just for my, let's talk about the company. I would love to
Yes.
build a very impactful company. One of my dreams is to build a company that we employ thousands of people, right? And it's a massive company. I would love for it to be a publicly traded company listed on the New York Stock Exchange, maybe like a massive market cap that's creating a lot of value for the world. That would be amazing. That's something that obviously every entrepreneur dreams of, but very few are able to achieve it and get to. Millions of users, thousands of people working in the company, having employment, having so much value for everybody in the world. I think that's awesome. If I can achieve that, that would be phenomenal, and I would love to achieve it. That would be my dream in the next 5 or maybe at least in the 10 years, right? That would be amazing. In terms of personal life, I would love to like one of the things I'm trying to do, as my mother is getting old, I would love to spend more time with her. That's something that I think about,
Mm.
spending more time with my family, with my friends, which gets harder and harder, right? As you start working, it's harder and harder. So I would love to like make sure that I can always have time to spend with family and friends, and I can carve out time and I can enjoy their moments and special moments. That would be amazing. Like I have a niece and a nephew, so my brother has small kids, and I love spending time with them whenever I get the opportunity, because they're amazing and they bring so much joy to me. So I would love to keep doing the things that bring me joy every day, and hopefully it doesn't go down, at least stays the same, or maybe even go up, right? Like hopefully when the company is doing well, I have more time to do these things instead of less time. I think that would be my dream.
I see. Amazing. So, family is so important for you.
Really, yeah, very important. Yeah.
I see. Cool. And they are living in Los Angeles, same area.
Sure. So my brother is in Los Angeles, but my mother is in New Delhi. So she's still home.
Ah,
So I have to
I
go back
see.
and forth. It's a long flight, right? You know that from Tokyo to LA is a
Mm.
long flight. Same LA to Delhi is a long flight too. So I think the time difference plus like the just how far it is, right? Like I feel like one thing in the world we could do better is like I wish there was a way to like how we can talk to each other, which should be awesome if we could like go and meet people, right? Like something that I dream about is like what if you're talking to someone and we could just literally go from this laptop screen to like go to Tokyo quickly, come back. That would
Yeah.
yeah. That's like if you watch like the early shows in the 60s and the 50s, right? They would talk about this time when this would be possible, but we haven't been able to get there. But that would be phenomenal, right? Like if we could just talk to each other, go meet our family, come back, that would be amazing.
Yeah, like hyper warp, like that.
Mm,
Oh. And then,
yeah,
hi, I came to Los Angeles. Like that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Why? In
Why not?
2024, we don't have this technology.
Totally.
Please. Yeah.
That would be such a cool innovation, right? Hopefully we can get there soon.
Yeah. Anyway, I really enjoy conversation with you today, and then I would love to invite you for like your next interview again.
Absolutely. Yeah, I really
Yeah.
enjoy being here, Kari. I'm so proud of you for everything you've achieved in your career and everything you do and everything you do for others. So very excited to meet you and very excited to be on your podcast.
The 3 key takeaways from Gaurav today. 1. Small team, fast speed. Because he has a co-founder of his first startup, he gets to work with a small team of people he has known for a while. This is so important to him because, like dating, he wants honesty, mutual trust, and easy communication. And rapid growth is very important. Having precise goal, make sure the product market fit, and focus from a small volume of customers. Second, don't hire a lot of salespeople at the beginning of your startup. I asked Gaurav why my previous startup was not successful. His opinion was not to hire many salespeople in the beginning. Because in the beginning, our product is not ready yet and still needs to be improved. So even though the CEO also needs to talk directly to customers, it is better to focus on the first few customers with a small team. 3. Life and work balance is so important. For Gaurav, a healthy lifestyle is very important. In the morning, he hikes with his 2 dogs, plays with his friends, and talking with new people, new interesting people. The balance between work and life, as well as coding and meeting with his team, helps him keep a positive mindset and great motivation. I totally agree with him. As an entrepreneur, growing a startup is a marathon, not a sprint. So, thank you so much for listening to our episode today. We hope our story will help your life and future. Thank you. Bye bye.